Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. Right, now this week marks the start of the Tapology Lucky Bastard Game 9th edition. So we've got a brand new game this week, and there's quite a lot of players in this one as well, 22 in total, which I believe is actually the most we've ever had in the game. So just want to say a huge thanks to everyone for taking part. As you guys really to make up what the game is. So yeah, thanks to all the people, all 22 of you. They are Lemonazy, but I'm never going to know how to pronounce that name, so I'm just going to call him A as I always do. Bellatrix, Boom Shakalaka, Canhego Ruiz, Captain Quebec, C. Collins 44, Beesball, Fresno MMA, Horatio Sanchez, who I believe is playing for the first ever time. So welcome to the game. Thanks for joining and good luck to you. KK Kombu, Cushy Cake, Mule Floyd, Nugget Heel, Piggy Bank, 3-time champion, Rigno, Chat, Schwer Industry, me, Stephen Terry, Tara, our reigning champion, Ubermatch, Under Surveillance, and XCon Chris. So good luck to all of you. And this week we've got UFC 288, Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. And I'm really undecided on that fight, but for now I've gone with Sterling for a decision. It's hard to explain because even though I think that Henry Cejudo is overall the better fighter of the two, I just don't like the fact that he's had a 3-year layoff. I just don't feel comfortable picking people that have taken a lot of time off from fighting to come back, because they never usually quite looked the same as they did before. But and Aljamain Sterling, on the other hand, despite all the shit he gets from fans for the whole, oh, he got hit and he dived after the Petr Yan fight, and oh, he shouldn't have got that robbery, and oh, we fought an injured TJ Dillashaw. None of those things are his fault, and he has been one of the more active champions on the UFC roster. So because of that, I'm going with him over Henry Cejudo. But then again, having said that, last week I picked Ricky Simon. He got knocked out. And the week before that, I picked Curtis Blades. He also got knocked out. So, yeah, if you Aljamain, if you get knocked out tomorrow night, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I'll take full responsibility for that. Obviously, hopefully it won't be a curse, but it's starting to feel that way. Anyway, I could ramble on forever, and yeah, it's quite a lot I could ramble on about with this card. Actually, I hate that poster for some reason. Don't know why. Don't have the emotional energy to explain why just now, but yeah, I just hate that poster for some reason. Anyway, onto the first round draw, and first up, A Lemonades. 22 players and 24 fighters, so there's probably going to be quite a lot of overlap, I reckon. When this wheel eventually loads, we'll see who A gets drawn with. She gets Xion Yan. Xionen Yan. I've first name down, I've already butchered it. Xionen Yan. Fighting against Jessica Andrade. Yeah, I've butchered the spelling of that name as well. Next up, Bellatrix. Let's see who's going to be fighting in Bellatrix's corner tomorrow night. Verna Jandiroba. Verna Jandiroba for Bellatrix. Misspelled that one badly as well. Jandiroba. I put Jandiroba there. Jandiroba. There we go. Okay. Boom Shakalaka up next. Let's see Boom Shakalaka. Pound for pound best username it's going to end up with. He gets Cron Gracie. Cron Gracie there for Boom Shakalaka. Who, despite the Gracie name, is actually more of a knockout artist. He's won quite a few of his recent fights by knockout. Boom Shakalaka is going to be hoping he can do the same again tomorrow night. And now Canhega Ruiz up next. Let's see who he's going to get drawn with. He gets Movsar Evloev. Movsar Evloev. Knew I could do that one. Movsar Evloev. I'm never going to know how to pronounce Russian names. I'm one of the weakest spots out, but Movsar Evloev for Canhega Ruiz there. Now, Captain Quebec. Let's see who's going to get drawn with. Gets Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain there for Captain Quebec. Fighting Drew Dober. I reckon Drew Dober's going to win that one personally, but my predictions aren't the best, so he's got a solid chance with that one. Now, C. Collins 44. Let's see who's going to get paired up with. Claudio Ribeiro. Claudio Ribeiro. Claudio Ribeiro there for C. Collins 44. Next up, Cheeseball. See who Cheeseball's going to get drawn with. He gets Jessica Andrade. So Jessica Andrade there for Cheeseball. Now Fresno MMA. Let's see. Who's he going to be hoping for tomorrow night? He's going to be hoping that Bilal, remember the name, Muhammad, can beat Gilbert Burns. Bilal Muhammad. So Bilal Muhammad there should really be fighting for the welterweight title next, in my opinion, but I kind of hope he does beat Gilbert Burns tomorrow night, because he deserves that shot, in my opinion. But anyway, Bilal Muhammad there for Fresno MMA. Now, Horatio Sanchez. Let's see who Horatio Sanchez is going to get drawn with for the very first time. He also gets Claudio Ribeiro. Claudio Ribeiro for Horatio Sanchez. And now KK Kombu. He gets arguably the guy that everyone's tuning in tomorrow night to see, Henry Cejudo. So it's KK Kombu gets Triple T. Now Cushy Cake. Let's see who Cushy Cake ends up with Rolando Bedoya. Rolando Bedoya. Now, Mule Floyd. Who's he going to be paired with? And like Cheeseball, he also gets Jessica Andrade for Mule Floyd there. Next up, Nugget Hill. About halfway down the list now. Nugget Hill up next. He gets paired with Drew Dober. I'm surprised there's not been as much overlap between the fighters as I'd have thought by now, but it's good to see a nice wide range of different fighters. Now, Piggy Bank. Won it 3 times in the past. Can he make it a 4th this time? Yep, and he also gets Cron Gracie. Gracie there for Piggy Bank. Now, Rigno. See who Rigno is going to be cheering for tomorrow night. He gets the other end of the main event. Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling for Rigno there. Puts him at odds with KK Kombu. And now Shat up next. And there you go, starting to overlap a bit more now. Got Cron Gracie again for Shat. There's no pressure on him at all tomorrow night. Now Schwer Industry. Let's see who he's going to wind up with. He also ends up with Werner Jandiroba, just like who else was it earlier? Is Bellatrix that had her earlier as well. So Schwer Industry also with Werner Jandiroba for his nominated selection. Now me. Let's see. Stephen Terry, who am I going to be drawn with? Got a few names I want to be drawn with, some I don't want to be drawn with. Okay, that's all right. Devon Clark. Could have been a lot worse than that. So I get Devon Clark there. And now the reigning, defending Tapology Lucky Bastard Game champion, Tatara. Let's see who he's going to be drawn with for his first defense, or first round of his defense anyway. He also gets Drew Dober. So it's Drew Dober as well for the current champion, Tatara. Now, down to the last 3, Uber match. Let's see, who's Uber match going to be paired with? He also gets Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling again there for Uber match. And now, under surveillance. Let's see who's under surveillance going to be paired with tomorrow night. Under surveillance gets Braxton Smith. That's Braxton Smith for under surveillance. And now, finally, but by no means least, ex-con Chris. Let's see who's going to round off the show tonight. Oh, blimey, another one for Aljamain Sterling. So, as if it wasn't already enough pressure on the line for him, he's also got a handful of people hoping to get through, as well as defending his bantamweight crown. Right, so if we just get the screen back to this page, which I very nearly completely forgot to do, making this whole part of the video useless. Right, so in a surprising lack of overlap, in my opinion, is got A eliminated with Xiao Yan, Bellatrix with Werner Jandiroba. Boom Shakalaka gets Cron Gracie along with quite a few others actually. Piggy Bank was one of them. There's someone else a bit further down as well. Kanhega Ariz gets Mosvar Evelev. Captain Quebec with Charles Jourdain. C. Collins 44 with Claudio Ribeiro, as is Horatio Sanchez. Jessica Andrade for Cheeseball. And again, who else is and Mule Floyd as well. Fresno MMA gets Bilal Muhammad. Horatio Sanchez, oh yeah, as I mentioned earlier, with Claudio Ribeiro as well. KK Kombu with Henry Cejudo. Sushi Cake with Rolando Bedoya. Mule Floyd, as mentioned, with Jessica Andrade. Nugget Heel with Drew Dober. Piggy Bank as well, Con Gracie. Rigno also as the defending champion. Shat with Con Gracie as well. Schwer Industry in Verna Genderoba. Me with Devon Clark. Taro with Drew Dober as well. And Ubermatch and XCOM Chris both have Aljamain Sterling, and Under Surveillance with Braxton Smith. So that rounds up the draw for the first round of the Tapology Lucky Bastard Game 9th edition. Be interesting to see how many of you survive to the next round. And I just want to say, as always, thanks to everyone for playing, making this what I think is the biggest game so far, or the biggest draw so far. And as always, if you've got bets on the cards, good luck with your bets, good luck with the game, good luck with your picks on Tapology, and I'll see you next week. But until then, so long for now.